Hi guys and welcome to my new video. Today I have a little bit of a different video. There's something I hadn't realized. Black and white pictures are boring. You don't believe me? Then go into your phone settings and turn to black and white mode. On an iPhone you can go into your settings, then into accessibility, and then to display and text, where you can go into color filters to turn on the black and white mode. See the difference for yourself. You're going to be less likely to stare into your phone. All the colors are gone. All the excitement as well. If adverts pop up, you don't even care a single bit what the advert has to say. It is all just a black and white mess. You will stop going on Instagram because looking at only pictures without color is boring. So how come that photographers choose to just shoot in black and white? I think it's a challenge. A challenge to do differently, to grab people's attention without color by the actual content of the photo. I love doing that as well. In recent history, the only pictures I have been posting on my film photography Instagram are black and white pictures. Black and white isn't necessarily boring, it just needs content. It needs to be exciting, not by the colors, but by the forms, the shadows, the background, everything. Today I want to show you my work. I will give you the context of my work and show you the stuff which makes me happy about each photo, which is in black and white and not boring, at least in my opinion. Context matters a lot in pictures. Sometimes pictures only become interesting after you read something about them. Everyone thinks of something, of a location where he or she has seen something similar before. This is your very own first interpretation of something. To read about a photo puts the whole thing in a new, different perspective. For me, this photo is a very good example. For me, this photo looks like it came from South America. It looks like one of the old churches the Spanish have built. Due to the lack of color, you can't really make out the color of the stone or the bricks used. You can't even make out the vegetation. You fill in the color in your mind with your own fantasy. In the end, you will learn something new. This photo isn't from South America, it is actually from Taiwan. I would have never thought to see such a church there. It is very unique. I haven't seen any other church quite like this in Taiwan. I don't actually know the history of the church yet. Actually, let me find this out and Google it. Apparently, this is a Presbyterian church, which was established in 1933. It has a Gothic feel to it, apparently. I guess this is for everyone on their own to decide. This church looks for me like it was built in South America. The lack of color lets you fill in your own colors. Beautiful, isn't it? Taking photos in black and white will let you focus on shadows, even the lack of them. Sometimes shadows can disrupt the natural flow of a photo. And this especially happens in black and white photos, since they are so dominant in contrast. I think clean surfaces can be very soothing and calming. The road goes somewhere. Even though it is cut off, it doesn't seem to end there. Play with the shadows and the lack of shadows. You can make them a distinct feature in order to play with the rest of your composition. Contrast is always a great way to make photos interesting. By that I mean the contrast of the composition rather than the actual contrast. Here you see two buildings, one which was built with the ideas and principles of the past, and then one of the most impressive buildings in recent human history. There is a huge contrast between these two. Our eye starts to compare this contrast. What are the similarities, if any? What are the differences? The photo being black and white lets us stop focusing on the extremely reflective glass of Type A 101. We focus on its structure, on the edges, rather than the new materials used. Of course, part of the architecture are the materials and the colors, but part of it is also the form and shape. In black and white, you focus on the shape. Give your brain the room to really analyze just that. Look at the beauty from a very pure perspective. At last, we can fool ourselves. In black and white photos, you can barely differentiate if the photo was taken 5 days ago or 40 years. This makes the photos really feel timeless and gives you again more room to let yourself be creative. You can't see the bright lights, the way they shine in this photo. If this photo was in color, you could tell right away by the quality of the light bulb if this photo was taken 10 or 40 years ago. But here you can't, and that freedom of time, and therefore the freedom of interpretation, is something very unique and beautiful. Without color, we're using our brain more if we actually want to engage with the content. Many people don't like that, but especially in art and photography, I think it's a beautiful freedom which we should embrace and enjoy. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. My channel is all about the things I really enjoy, and maybe you'll find some things which you will enjoy as well, so come and join me. Bye.